PixMix. My name is Aaron.
My name is Patricia.
And we're going to be doing PixMinis to start off with before we go into Lightyear. So we are going to start off with... we've got many shorts actually we're going to be going into.
Yeah.
But before we actually get into that, we are going to be carrying off from where we left off with La Luna. We're now going to be going to like Partysaurus Rex and then going onwards. However, there is some ones that we didn't go into, which include the Simpsons short that came with one of the Pixar movies, and also there's a few others that we need to get into as well.
Yeah, so let's bring out some ground rules right before we discuss about this. So these are the shorts that we will not be covering. So the shorts we will not be covering are as follows. The additional Toy Story Toons that aired on like ABC and Disney and stuff like that, such as Toy Story of Terror and the Toys That Time Forgot, we will not be covering those. We will also not be covering Olaf's Frozen Adventure, which paired up with Coco, and we will not be covering the Simpsons short that paired up with Onward. Yeah. In addition to that, there are two shorts that we tried to find on Disney Plus, but we were not able to find, which was Marine Life Interviews, which was featured on the Finding Dory DVD and Blu-ray, and then there's Miss Fritter's Racing School, which was featured on the Cars 3 DVD and Blu-ray. We will not be covering those.
Yeah, but anyway, let's start off with the ones that we are going to be covering. So the first one we did cover was actually a Toy Story toon. It was Partysaurus Rex.
Yep.
So this particular short focused on Rex of all people. So he's the toy that everyone makes fun of for like being basically a party pooper and not being as fun as like basically all the other toys at the time. But that all changes when he ends up with the bath toys, and so he ends up with them, and then it's like one of those situations where he meets with a bunch of news. It's kind of like the episode of The Simpsons where Lisa Simpson goes to the beach and ends up like throwing out her whole persona and like gets some new clothes, and she's seen as like she wants to be seen as more cool and less geeky, if you will. So it's sort of kind of like a play on that a little bit, but Rex decides that he's gonna wants to have a party with the bath toys, because once bath time is over, obviously they just kind of just sit there and not able to do anything. So he refills up the bathtub and gets all the the bath toys basically have to party time again, eventually doing that. And so it does, which has kind of like one of some of the elements of Toy Story 3 where you can see through the eyes of what's the name of now the girl who has Andy's toys,
Bonnie.
Bonnie, okay, I keep thinking it's Roxy for some reason. So Bonnie, so she has the same kind of like imagination train as Andy does.
Yeah,
so
it makes a lot of sense considering that she's like 3 or 4 years old.
Exactly, yeah. So she basically has that moment with with Rex, when that toy, their playtime, and then Rex wants to continue the party, wants to keep the party going. All the bath toys want to keep the party going. So they fill the bathtub back up. It ends up turning into like this wild disco party, whatever you want it is, and Rex basically becomes Partysaurus Rex.
Yep.
Pretty much at that point, and so he goes way overboard. The bathtub starts to overflow.
Yep.
And then all the other toys are running wherever Rex is gone, and then basically they open the door, and basically the whole all this water just comes flowing through.
It just goes flooding.
And then basically that's the episode ends with not everyone still believing that Rex is, this Partysaurus Rex, and that he wasn't the one who basically flooded the house.
Yeah, and then he becomes more acquainted with the pool toys. And then they're like, oh, we heard about your tales from the bathtub, and we want you to, be with us, Partysaurus Rex. And then he starts going back, and he's like, they're calling for me.
Yeah. And, great shot for Rex.
Yeah,
I think, gives another dimension to his character, I think we can definitely say.
Yeah, I thought it was a major surprise, considering that, Rex in the Toy Story films was a bit of a coward, and he was a bit of a klutz, but this is a different side of him that we've never seen before.
Exactly, yeah, and so I think, I think the one thing I would say about, I'm glad that these shorts actually do exist, because I think there's a lot of people who want to see more Toy Story stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think, the idea that you can flesh out Rex, maybe flesh out Potato Head, maybe at one point, and maybe flash out some of the other characters.
Yeah, unfortunately, today that's not going to happen, considering that Don Rickles, Don Rickles, the voice of Mr. Potato Head, had passed away a few years ago.
You get someone else to play him, surely.
I guess that's true. You could get somebody else to play him who kind of sounds a little bit like Don Rickles, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Anyway, so yeah, I would say that out of the 3 Toy Story Toons that we have seen, this is the last one, by the way.
Yeah.
Which one do you think was the best? Hawaiian Vacation, Small Fry, or Partysaurus Rex?
I think I don't like Hawaiian Vacation.
That's my least favorite, too.
I think that's the least favorite of mine. Like, the Barbie can, they missed out on the vacation, so all the toys try and make it up for them. Okay,
it's fine.
That's nice. But Small Fry I like for a bunch of different reasons because, we don't really get to focus on the fast food toys all that much.
Yeah.
And, that was quite reminiscent. And,
we spent we spent half of the episode just reminiscing about our time when we used to get those toys back in the 90s.
Yeah, that was a fun show because obviously it's nostalgic for you and me.
Yes.
Because we grew up with the fast food toys.
Yeah, we did.
But I would say, I think I would have to revisit Small Fry again to see if I like it more than Partysaurus Rex.
Okay.
I feel like now that I've recently seen Partysaurus Rex, that sort of kind of sticks out in my mind as being one of my favorite Toy Story Toons. Whether I would say it's better than Small Fry,
it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah, I like them equally for their own reasons.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. I like Small Fry because it was able to bring us back to a time that we remember as kids, but at least with Partysaurus Rex, it focuses on a character that we know of, and it brings a different dimension to him that we never seen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that it was pretty enjoyable, and
it's very colorful.
Yeah, it's very colorful actually. So yeah, I would say for anybody who's interested in checking it out, all of these shorts, except for the ones that we weren't able to watch, they're all up on Disney Plus, or you can get it on the Pixar Shorts Volume 3. So yeah, I would say this is a good one to start off with after coming back after almost 2 years not talking about Pixar shorts.
Awesome.